If you're running every single day as a fighter, you're probably making your cardio worse, not better. Most fighters think more miles equals better conditioning. That's dead wrong. Elite fighters like Khabib, Volkanovski, and Prime Nick Diaz didn't just outwork people with hard training. They structured their conditioning like weapons. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how often you should run, sprint, and do roadwork if you're a fighter, and why most people are doing it completely backwards. Let's get into it. Why most fighters get cardio wrong. Here's the brutal truth. Being tired in a fight doesn't just slow you down, it makes you beatable. When you gas out, everything falls apart. Your punches get lighter, your hands drop. Your footwork turns to concrete, your chin comes up, and worst of all, your brain starts making stupid decisions under pressure. You've seen it happen. Round 1, a fighter looks sharp. Round 3, they're survival mode. That's not bad luck, that's bad conditioning. Now watch someone like Khabib or Volkanovski. They don't just survive the later rounds, they weaponize them. They turn fatigue into pressure. They drown opponents not with one big shot, but with a relentless pace that breaks people mentally and physically. That level of conditioning doesn't come from just training hard, it comes from training smart. And most fighters, they're running too much, sprinting too little, or doing the wrong type of work at the wrong time. Here's what actually works. The 3 energy systems fighters actually use. Before we talk about how often to run, you need to understand what you're actually training. Your body creates energy using 3 systems, and fighting demands all 3. System 1, aerobic, your gas tank. This is your long-duration engine. It keeps you moving for the entire fight. It helps you recover between exchanges and between rounds. It's why some fighters look fresh in round 5, while others are dying in round 2. System 2, anaerobic lactic, your burn tolerance. This powers extended flurries, long scrambles, clinch battles, and cage pressure. It's that burning sensation when you're throwing combos or wrestling for position. Uncomfortable, but necessary. System 3, anaerobic alactic, your explosive power. This fuels knockdown punches, explosive takedowns, reactive sprawls, and sudden bursts that change fights instantly. No burn, just pure violent output. Here's the key point. You're not a marathon runner, you're not a powerlifter, you're not a soccer player, you're an athlete who needs to do violent things repeatedly while tired. That means your conditioning can't just be run a lot or do burpees until you puke. You need to train all 3 systems intentionally. How running trains. Those systems, different types of running, hit different energy systems. Let's break it down. Easy aerobic running, roadwork. This expands your gas tank. It increases how much blood your heart pumps per beat. It improves recovery between rounds and between exchanges. If you've ever seen someone recover instantly after a scramble, that's aerobic development at work. Interval running. This trains your ability to tolerate lactate and keep producing force under that burning discomfort. In a fight, this is extended combos, clinch knees, wrestling exchanges, and cage pressure. Intervals teach you to stay functional when it hurts, instead of mentally folding. Sprint work. This is pure explosiveness with full recovery between efforts. Think blitzing into a knockout punch, reactive takedowns, or sudden scrambles. Sprint work doesn't make you fit in the cardio sense. It makes you dangerous. Most fighters only do 1 or 2 of these. That creates holes. And in a fight, your opponent will find those holes. How often you should actually run or sprint? Here's the answer you came for. For fighters, a strong weekly baseline looks like this. 1. Easy aerobic runs. Frequency. 1 to 2 sessions per week. Duration, 30 to 50 minutes. Intensity. Conversational pace. Nose breathing is a good test. These runs expand your gas tank, lower your resting heart rate, improve recovery between rounds, and build the base that everything else sits on. Combat coaches from old school boxing gyms to modern MMA camps still swear by this because it works. 2. Interval running. Frequency, 1 session per week. Format, hard run for 30 to 90 seconds. Rest 1 to 2 minutes, repeat 8 to 12 rounds. This develops lactate tolerance, ability to produce force while fatigued, and ability to sustain pressure late in fights. This is the difference between I'm tired, so I coast, and I'm tired but I can still win exchanges. 3. Sprint training. Frequency, 1 session per week. Format, 7 to 10 second all-out sprint. Rest 2 to 3 minutes, repeat 5 to 8 rounds. This trains explosive power, reactive speed, and nervous system output. It also trains your ability to produce violence on demand, even late in a fight. Total weekly running and sprinting. 3 to 4 sessions broken into 1 or 2 easy runs, 1 interval day, 1 sprint day. This is the template used by high-level conditioning coaches across MMA, Muay Thai, wrestling, and boxing. Why you need all 3 types. Each type overlaps with a different part of the fight. The aerobic system gets you through the whole fight. The lactic system gets you through extended violent exchanges. The alactic system gives you fight-ending power. When fighters ignore this balance, they create exploitable weaknesses. Only jogging? Congrats, you can run 10,000. Can you explode into a double leg in round 3? Probably not. Only doing HIIT circuits? Congrats, you can sprint for 30 seconds. Can you do it 5 rounds deep? Probably not. Only sprinting? Congrats, you're powerful for 10 seconds. Can you breathe after that? Probably not. Fighting is mixed. So your conditioning needs to be mixed. How this fits with fight training. Here's what people miss. Your classes already train parts of your energy system. Sparring, pad work, clinch wrestling, and bag work all train intervals. Drilling, warm-ups, and shadowboxing train aerobic capacity. So how do you layer running on top without overtraining? You use running to complete the gaps that fight training leaves exposed. Running isn't competing with your technical work, it's filling the holes. Your sparring makes you sharper, your running makes you durable. Together, they make you dangerous for 15 or 25 minutes straight. Sample weekly schedule. Here's a realistic schedule for someone training striking and grappling. Monday, classes plus sprint work. Tuesday, easy aerobic run. Wednesday, classes, sparring or pad work. Thursday, interval running. Friday, classes. Saturday, optional easy run or light sparring. Sunday, off and active recovery. This hits aerobic, lactic, alactic, skill work, and recovery without frying your nervous system or joints. Common mistakes. Most fighters mess up conditioning in 3 predictable ways. Mistake number 1, only road work. Old school boxers loved it, but aerobic work alone won't give you explosive power or burn tolerance. Mistake number 2, only HIIT circuits. This leaves you without a base. You'll be powerful for 90 seconds, then you're cooked. Mistake number 3, trying to build everything at once. Chasing max strength, sprint speed, endurance, and fat loss simultaneously gets you almost none of them. Physiology adapts in blocks. The smartest fighters train like athletes, not like hard workers. So here's your answer. Fighters should run or sprint 3 to 4 times per week, divided into 1 to 2 aerobic roadwork sessions, 1 interval session, 1 sprint session. This builds a bigger gas tank, higher output, faster recovery, more explosive finishes, and less mental collapse under fatigue. Elite conditioning isn't a gift, it's a weapon you build with intention. If this helped, hit the like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. And drop a comment. How often are you currently running? Let's talk about it. See you in the next one.